You know, when you live alone long enough, the silence becomes its own kind of company. My name's Mody. I'm a lighthouse keeper off the coast of Maine. Been doing this for, well, longer than I can remember. It's a simple life. Maintain the light, check the equipment, keep the ship safe. People think it's peaceful. But sometimes, peace hides things you're not meant to see. Most days are the same. Sunrise, coffee, radio check. I feed the gulls that hang around my porch. They're my only coworkers, I guess. Once a month, a supply boat comes by, brings me food, gas, letters. Sometimes I don't even open the letters right away. Feels strange hearing from the world when you've spent years watching it from afar. One thing about lighthouses, they never let you rest. Even at night, you listen to the hum of the generator, the rhythmic pulse of the light cutting through fog. It's hypnotic. Comforting. Until it isn't. It started one night in late October. The fog rolled in thicker than I'd ever seen. You couldn't see 20 feet ahead. Just white. The kind that swallows sound. Around midnight, I went out to check the lens rotation. And that's when I saw it. A flicker on the horizon. At first, I thought it was a ship. But the pattern. It wasn't normal. 3 short flashes, then 2 long ones. Over and over. Not a distress signal. Not a navigation light. I grabbed my binoculars. And that's when I saw the ship. Old, wooden, no modern lights, no sound of engines. Just gliding. Like it was being pulled. Then, gone. Vanished in the fog like it never existed. I ran inside, grabbed the radio. Coast Guard, this is Mody Lighthouse. Possible vessel sighting off Sector 9. Request verification. Static. Then something came through. A voice. But not the Coast Guard. It whispered, "Don't let the light go out. The line went dead." I swear I checked every wire, every switch. Everything was working perfectly. So I did what any sane man would do. Made myself coffee, and tried to convince myself it was just fatigue. But the next night, the fog came again, and so did the lights. Only this time, closer. I could hear wood creaking, sails flapping even though there was no wind. I took the lantern and went outside, and there it was. Docked. A ship that looked centuries old, with a name barely visible under algae and rust. The Providence. Curiosity beat fear. I stepped closer, boards groaning under my boots. The deck was empty, except for a single object tied to the mast, a logbook. I took it back inside. The cover was soaked but still legible. The entries were dated 1897, and every page had my handwriting, my signature. I don't even know how long I sat there, staring at it. I don't even write like that anymore, but it was mine. The last entry said, "If anyone finds this, the storm never ends. The light must never die." And below it, the initials, M.W., my full name, Mody Wallace. I barely slept that night. At dawn, I went around the base of the lighthouse and noticed something odd, a section of the ground that had caved in near the generator shed. I moved the debris and found a trap door, rusted but still intact. I climbed down. The air was cold, damp. I followed a tunnel that seemed to go beneath the lighthouse. At the end, an old chamber. Inside were portraits, dozens of them, of men who looked exactly like me, different clothes, different years, but the same face. Each portrait labeled Keeper Mody. On a table nearby, a single candle burned, even though there was no one there to light it. That night, I didn't even try to sleep. The fog was already rolling in before sunset. I sat in the control room, staring out at the Black Sea. Then, at exactly midnight, the light went out. Not flickered, not dimmed, just gone. And outside, the ship was back. Only this time, I could see figures, silhouettes moving on deck. And one of them waved at me. I stepped outside, heart pounding. The figure walked toward the lighthouse stairs. When it came into view, I froze. It was me. I don't remember what happened next. Maybe I fainted. Maybe I followed him. All I know is, when I woke up, the fog was gone. The ship was gone, and the light was burning again, brighter than ever. A week later, the Coast Guard boat arrived for inspection. The captain said, "We haven't heard from the lighthouse in 3 months." 3 months. I didn't argue. Just smiled, said the light's been shining fine. But sometimes, when the fog rolls in just right, I can see the Providence out there again, waiting. And I always make sure the light never goes out. Because maybe this isn't a job you retire from. Maybe it's a job that keeps you forever.